All right, I'm here at Planet Comic Con in Kansas City with Ryan Browne. Ryan Browne from God Hates Astronauts and Blast Furnace.
I like how it says Han Moore over my head.
Oh, ooh, that's better, right? That's the
much better.
That's better. Oh, no, let's see there. So what made you decide to want to do comics in the first place?
I liked Wizard magazine growing up. I liked just the art style. I never really grew up reading comics until I was in high school. But I always kind of drew from comics. I never really read them. And so then when I was in high school, I started reading them a lot. And then when I was in college, I got into really arty comics and got really pretentious about it. But then when I got out of college, I decided that I like drawing and getting reactions out of people and making people laugh. So that's kind of the direction that I went in.
What did you go to school for? Did you go to school for art, or did you go for...
Yeah, I started I wanted to be a painting major. I wanted to be a painter, fine artist. And then when I had to actually declare my major for sophomore year, I made that decision of I'd rather have what I do in my free time be what I do all the time. Because I still would draw cartoons and stuff, but... and I was a little intimidated by trying to make money and a living being a fine artist and being a painter. So
that'd be, I feel like, a lot more scary than trying to do comics.
They're both scary in their own ways, you know. One is more filled with one is more fun, I guess. One is more serious endeavor, like an internal struggle, and the other is a struggle in a different way, but it's at least kind of can be really fun to draw.
So the God Hates Astronauts started off originally as a webcomic, correct?
Yeah.
And then eventually, and now it's published by Image. Can you just talk a little bit about what all happened with that?
Yeah, I mean, it was a comic. I spent many years very frustrated trying to do pencil submissions and get hired by Marvel and DC, or even IDW or Boom, or Boom wasn't really around actually. It was just mainly IDW, and my art was always kind of stiff, and my art was always better when I actually enjoyed what I was drawing. And so then I came to the realization that I was going to spend 3 months and do an issue of a comic and just make it up and just have it be everything I want to draw, so that it would kind of get it'd be the most inspired work that I could do. And so that's what God Hates Astronauts ended up being. And then no one would publish it, so I shelved it for 3 years.
Was it finished, or did you...
Yeah, I finished a whole issue, just one issue, colored, lettered, cover, everything. And I printed out 50 copies, and I just started giving them away to editors, publishers, and other creators. And it fell really flat, and no one cared. And I think some of it is that the sense of humor of people kind of adapted over the time I was making it. When I was first making it, it wasn't as popular of a style of humor as it has become. So I kind of the audience kind of caught up with it, and the sense of humor kind of changed in what people like to read. So then I did it as a webcomic and built up its audience, and it got a small cult following. And then I did a Kickstarter for a collection of it, and that did really well. And so all the publishers who had rejected it all now wanted to publish it. So I had my kind of choice of publisher all of a sudden. And so I chose Image because they said that they would do an ongoing series with it. So that's what happened.
What books are you currently reading that you really are enjoying?
Nothing.
Nothing?
No, I don't. I buy stuff. I buy my friends' books.
Just a stack of stuff.
It's never ending at this point. Yeah, adult life doesn't have, for me, it's such a labor-intensive job that, reading comic books and playing video games and a lot of seeing movies just doesn't happen the way that it used to. So, so it's kind of a bummer, but my input of creative material is a lot less than it used to be.
Who are your artistic influences then, as far as comics go? Who did you look up to?
Well, Jeff Darrow was always my favorite. just his sense of invention and his sense of dedication to detail and really imagination. So he was always one of my favorites. I liked Dave Mazzucchelli and John Paul Leone a lot as well. I used to kind of draw with more like spotted blacks than I do because I was influenced by that stuff a lot. So those were